How about that then? Early morning fishing, and it's a Sunday as well. How about that as well? Couldn't believe it. Burn out on a Sunday, but that's because I couldn't be asked to get up yesterday morning at 4 o'clock and turn the alarm back off, so I'm here today. Bigger tide yesterday, so 5.98 tide today. It's Sunday the 11th, Sunday the 11th of August, and it's 18 minutes past 8, I believe. 20 minutes past 8. So, yeah. Ooh, ooh. We're on the Lincolnshire coast. It's cut for the intro. So we're at Sandilands. We're 2/3 of the way down the golf course. Outfall pipe is there. So I came on the beach up there. You could call that the centre. You know, where you get from the road on. Let's call that the centre. And I went to the right of the centre, but not too far right. I went just right of centre. That's where I went. I could have gone left or even far left, right down there where the beach huts are, but I didn't want to go far left. I didn't want to go all the way down there because I'd end up at Hut Off. That's well far right down there. So just come right at the outfall pipe. Reason I've come here is because my mate let me into some information. He could have done that a few months or years ago, but at least he's done it now. Ain't you, Spolt? So I've come here to be in a bit of the tide and not be influenced and stopped by the outfall pipe, where they get down, get up, where you walk onto the beach, the centre. So I've fished to the left of that up to about 100 yards, 150 yards. I've been 50 yards, 70 yards to the right. I am quite a way now. I've walked along the promenade where you sat cyclist all the way to here and walked down. Not so much of a slope, so it'll be easier for my hip. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. So we are fishing today. Getting the sunlight, Vern. Show them, show that jawline off. Oh, let's get this side. Oh, you are a copwomble, aren't you? Right. We are fishing Leader Icon M Sport Elite Power. This is the second model rod. The first one was rubbish. Second one was good. It's got Fuji eyes. And the third one, well, that's even stronger. And I'll show you the reels in a minute. You might have got a glimpse of them, but I'll show you them in a minute. We are going to be fishing out there. Now, it'd probably be better to be on the Holderness coast today, but I got my reels. And it's more important for me to use my new reels than it is to fish the Holderness coast. But next week, I'm hoping to go to the Holderness coast. So the next video should be on the Holderness. It'll probably be a low water mark, because I think the high tide ain't gonna get there. I ain't getting up again at stupid o'clock in the morning. But before my holiday, I might only get 2 trips in on the Holderness coast, and that'll probably be it this year. That's a stark reminder, isn't it? A stark realisation that I used to fish over there all the time. And this year, I've been quite happy fishing there, and it's not been as prolific as the Holderness coast, but I don't know how that's been fishing. I ain't got a clue. So I'm gonna get baited up, I'll cast out, and then I'll show you my rigs. My reels. What a beautiful day, isn't it? I've come here, the other reason I've come here, away from the outfall pipe. I've told you why I'm away from the outfall pipe to get in the tide. So I've walked to the right. I ain't gone too far though. But I could have gone to Six Marshes, but it's a Sunday, and I figured by dinner time there'll be a lot of people sunbathing. Here, you get people walk to the outfall pipe, and down that way, you get people walk to from Hut Off. But I am hoping the only people I see today are dog walkers and people out for a stroll. I'd like to think that people sunbathing and playing with the sand buckets will be down there or at Hut Off. Let's see if that works out. Hopefully it will. I'm gonna get baited up. I'll bring you back for the chuck out. Click and subscribe. It could get better. Well, that was only a gentle cast out. I didn't know where it went. Sun was in my eyes. I have to get used to that, won't I? But first bait is out. I'm gonna now bait up the next one, and then I'll get that out, and hopefully I'll see that one. Where's that gone? Oh, it's gone over there. Jesus. I was on the slope of the beach. I don't want to be. I put the camera there, just over there, and I had to go down the beach. I didn't want to move the camera, and I was on the slope, and I didn't want to be on the slope to cast. So I'm going to bait this one up, and I'm going to put the camera over there, cast off the top. I'm not going down there to cast. It's hard work. So yeah, I'll move this rod over onto the other one, and then get this baited up and chuck that out, and hopefully that cast I'll see it. But the sun is right up there and really bright, but it would be, wouldn't it, at 8:35. Plenty of runners on the promenade and walkers coming from the centre gap. So the centre gap is right where the outfall pipe is, where you walk on. Absolutely beautiful, look. This is Sunday morning, gone 8:30, and hopefully I'll not get bothered, apart from some runners, dog walkers and strollers. Let me get this baited up and get it out, because we ain't going to catch anything with it there. See you in a bit. I'm back, the star's back. I didn't go far, Woohoo. What was that about? Yeah. Right, so here we are. I've mentioned, I've got to clean these glasses. I'm fishing with the M Sport Elite Powers. They are the Mark II model rods. They've got glass tips, and they've got Fuji eyes, so the eyes are a lot better. The first models, if you dropped them gently, the eyes would just break. They weren't very good, not good at all really. And then they brought these out, and some of the tips broke on these, but it's probably through people casting wrong. But you don't know, it could be a manufacturing problem. I've never had a problem, but you can't buy them no more. And then, unless you buy it second hand. And then I bought the Mark IIIs, which are just called M Sport Power, and the Decker, they're white, but the decal's got a 1 slash instead of 2 slashes. That's enough about the rods. Reels. You have seen my Abu Ambassador rocket with a monomag, because you can't use it otherwise, or I can't, and a QTC cage. Yeah, I was so impressed with that on the last fishing session, so impressed, even at Trunch Lane, which was atrocious for fishing for me. Wrong time of the year, wrong time of the day. I then went out and bought, you won't believe it, another Ambassador 6500 rocket. That came with a CT cage. The cage is perfectly all right. It did have marks all on it, but I cleaned it up and it's mint. And I teamed that up with an AKS aluminium one-piece cage from AKS Sportscast, and I fitted a monomag, which is the same, funny enough, as the monomag on that one. And I just went to Black Dog Tackle, they're on the internet, and bought that monomag. It's a micro monomag, stainless steel, exactly the same as that one. I couldn't believe it. And I bought it because it's small. I don't want something sticking out here like a willy. So there we have it. Now call me a tackle tart if you want. I'm quite happy to be known as it. I'm not bothered. I did buy that first rocket as a low water fishing reel. As I've explained in the past, I just grabbed that reel and it's something different each time, and it keeps it alive. Keeps it alive a bit for me. But I enjoyed it so much, I had to buy another. And I fitted the monomag. I have done a video on fitting a monomag. And I'm gonna see Tom and I'm gonna plead, beg and plead and whatever else I've got to do for him to show me, do me these videos to do the editing. Because now I've got that video, I really want to be editing it so that I can put it up. And then I can start editing all my rods. I've got other reels that I've done up and start doing some other videos. And I ain't setting up a second channel. It's going to be on the same channel because it's Vern and it's what I do. So I hope you like them reels. Watch me fish with them today. If you do like watching me fish with them today, yeah, and I ain't turned you off, yeah, I need to turn you on. If I turn you on, you're gonna click that subscribe button, ring that bell and drop me a comment and tell me you're turned on. That's what I need to know. Keep me enthused in my fishing. Now we've got a pulley pennel out on that rod there, which is out reasonable distance, but it was a big bait. And we've got a 2-hook flapper on the other with squid on it. It's all squid, but I have brought crab today. I will be fishing with crab, and I'll see you when I reel these in. Well, you've seen the reels. There's only 2 more reels for you to see on a low water mark. I've got 2 more to fish with, and then that's, you've seen all my reels apart from one, which I'll tell you about that. I've bought a Abu 9000C 2-speed. I don't know what the 2-speed's about. It's got no clicker on it or anything to turn it, so I don't know whether, I don't understand it really. I'm going to take it apart and have a look and see what I can make of it. That's absolutely mint, and that's the only reason I bought it really. Tom would have cut that bit out. It's just really nice here today. I've got the sun up. It is dazzling me a bit. I might have to put my glasses on. But 2 pigeons down there courting. You'd think they'd had enough by now, wouldn't you? I suppose they don't live that long, do they? So they're quite virile, aren't they? They aren't like us old crabs. So yeah. So I'm right at the outfall pipe. That's all you need to know. We'll try it out. I've always wanted to fish down here. And it was only when I came on this beach to see John at the weekend with my missus, when he was in a competition. We walked down there. I walked to the floodgate there, which is where the pink house, I think it's pink, it might be cream, And I've always wanted to walk to there, and I walked there with Karen, and I did it all right and walked all the way back. So I thought to myself, I'll take my wheels. It's all tarmac along there. There's a little bit of sand on it, but not too much. Only one bit of sand in one part. And it was easy to walk on than tromping on this beach. So this could be a mark I could come to again. I was going to go another 30-40 yards down there and fish there, but I thought let's just try air first. I've never fished this far down before. I'm hoping that I'm in a good spot, but I think probably about another 400 meters down there would be ideal. But I think when I get to there, I'll start to see hut off, and I don't want to fish down that way. I'm quite happy here. This is fantastic. There is no one. You can see down there, it's a carbon copy that way. Just got some people on the promenade, and they tend to stick to the promenade. Who's going to come to mind you? I was fishing down there that time, and someone sat in the middle of us, started doing sandcastles, didn't they? But here I am. I'm going to go on to the Yorkshire coast this week. All going well. And I shall be using my Kenzakis and my Fathoms. I haven't used them for a long time. Now if I find that I aren't using some of these reels, or I ain't using my Fathoms as much as I want to because I'm using other reels, I might have to sell some. We'll take that when we find it. Let's hope I don't do that. Or if times get hard, because bills are going to go up in October, aren't they? I guess, or November, whenever winter, well, winter's December 21st or 20th, one of them. But yeah, so anyhow, where was I starting with this conversation? Yeah, so I bought a 9000C. I've told you that one. But there's 6 other reels, some of them you've seen. You've seen my green 5.5. You've seen the red 6.5, you've seen the rocket 6.5, and now you've seen both rockets together. So there's 2 more to go. You'll see them on a low water mark. I should get that done this year. I am not, and you can hold me to this, I am not buying any more reels. I can't say the same about rods, because if the right rod comes up at the right price and it's in easy access for me to get, or a mate can get me it and he don't mind, I might think about that. But to be honest, I think I'm bought out now. I've got loads of good stuff to use, and I'm going to use it, enjoy it, film it, show you it. And if you want to keep your eyes out for a piece of equipment and you fancy having a go with it, then at least you'll have my input on it. I'm not biased. Abu reels are fantastic casting machines. As a multiplier, you know, I love multipliers anyhow. I just love the action of using a multiplier, and that's what I enjoy. But Abu's reeling in sometimes is hard work. Definitely use Abu's on a clean beach. I don't think I'd use them on a mixed ground beach. You can do, and the more you use them, the more you get used to them. But cracking reels. But after you've used the Fathom Mark II SD, and mine's the Fathom 12s, you straight out of the box. Straight out of the box, it comes with everything. It's got a huge crank and handle. If you move the handle to the second hole, which I've done, it just winches in. You don't have to yank it, you just reel it, you can feel it, pulling it in. And casting, as long as your bearings are good, it's a fantastic casting machine. It's just an all-round fishing reel. And it's got a magnet on it straight out of the box. And let's be honest, when you're fishing, you aren't there twiddling that little mono mag or your magnet, are you? Playing it at being the big caster here. You just set it and start fishing, don't you? And when you remember, you knock it off a bit. So yeah, hold me to that. I'm not buying any more reels. Something else at this time, at this moment, might not be pleased, you might not be, you might be, you probably don't care. But I have now got to restrict what I say. You know what's gone on? Tom will be pleased, he'll be smiling. But this country's gone mad. Absolutely Trotskyism it is. Trotskyism. You can't say, I said to you a few videos ago about freedom of speech. It had gone then. It had gone a year ago, 2 years ago, probably even before. It has gone. I don't know if it's going to improve. I don't know. But people have certainly jumped on and moved the politics where they want it to shut us up. So you're not going to hear me rant about this, that and the other. Apart from the 2 donkey car drivers that I came across today. One nearly pulled out in front of me. It's as though he couldn't see me. I even put my lights on. And the other one, I was driving along, I saw him in the mirror, red car it was. And all of a sudden, he overtook me. He must have been doing 90 miles an hour because I saw him and then I saw him again and I thought, oh, he's going a bit quick. And then he came past me. There must have been 12 inches between his car and my door. I was like, whoa, like that. It was unbelievable with this absolute pillock. Yeah, it put the wind up me and I thought, Jesus Christ. He went off. I went the same way as him. I never saw him. I did see him. He was miles ahead. He must have been doing 80, 90 miles an hour. But yeah, there's no need to overtake that close. That put the bloody wind up me. And I even knew he was coming. But there, let's stick you on these rod tips. Might have to move back, you know. Ooh, did that just move? That dog down there, I took my squid guts out of the squid there. And them dogs can smell it. I think the little one's eating it. Dogs just love squid. They're having a nice walk. Got 3 dogs. One dog's rushed off running in the water. But yeah, so there you have it. Freedom of speech has gone. I don't want to hear anybody anymore talking about how bad it is in North Korea, because I think we're heading the same way. But I can talk about freedom of speech, and I'm now gonna. If you suppress speech because your ideology of what you think, you just can't think out of the you've got tunnel vision. That's what you think, and everything else is wrong. What a shallow life that you lead. What are you ever going to learn? I don't know. I mean, you're supposed to go to university to learn stuff and widen your experience on learning. That's when my daughters were young. One of my daughters went to university, and every time we'd go on holiday in the lakes or whatever, and you was in the pub at night chatting, they'd be saying how fantastic uni is and stuff, and You meet a huge wide range of people. I don't think you do now. And even my daughter came out of university life and she had changed. I soon put that right. And rods are moving a little bit. Perhaps there's some crabs out there. I soon put that right, but oh, that was me watch. So yeah, it's I've lost the train of thought now. Yeah, if you're like that and you're looking down that line and nothing else, and you're not prepared to listen and broaden your aspects, I mean, Christ almighty, if I was like that, I would still only like bloody new romantic music and stuff like that, Depeche Mode and OMD and Blancmange and, you know, all the bands, Kraftwerk, Human League, all of them, you know, I'd still just like that and nothing else. But I've got a wide range of music that I like. Even the odd country and western song. And dare I say it, Mike, even Roger Whittaker, old Durham town. You know, what sort of life do you want? Do you want to just be a punk rocker all your life and just like punk rock and nothing else? Or do you like to broaden your horizons and like many things? You know, and that's what I'm saying. Once you take that away, so nobody dares talk through speech, just an opinion, you know. Once that's taken away, I'm fishing while I'm talking to you, see. Once that's taken away, things go wrong in society. Things go wrong. It's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. There's obviously an agenda, isn't there? That rod is moving, I'm telling you, that rod is moving. Let me just tighten these lines up. Now, I did see a post of someone fishing on this coast, possibly Friday or Saturday. And they did say there was a bit of weed. They did say there was a bit of weed, so it could be that. But my lines are holding. The one out left is still to the left. The one out's, do you know what, that is tapping a bit. Oh, let's hope we catch a fish early, eh? I am wearing my wellies, look. I've got my wellies on. When my feet get hot, I go stand in the water, cooling down. Now, I could have brought my flip-flops, but I don't like them. Because my flip-flops, I don't like them. Get sand in your feet, make you feel all dirty. I have got a fish on, I've bloody got a fish on it. I don't believe it. So yeah, I brought my wellies. You'll not ever see me with flip-flops. Wife wears flip-flops. I've got a fish. I've got a fish. I've got a fish. I've got a fish. Oh, fuck me up. Can't believe it. I've got a fish. Let me move this box back a bit because it weren't really in the good. I've got a fish. I don't believe it. I've actually got a fish. Oh, I've got a fish. You watch. I won't have a fish, will I? Get out of the way, you bugger. Oh, can you believe it if I've got a fish? I've got a fish. Did you see that pull down then? Hey, don't tell me Verns sea fishing don't get the rods biting and showing you on camera. Keeps going like that, gently. I don't know whether to attack it and pull it in and reel it in and get the fish. Don't know. These rods are lovely. But what I have noticed is, since using my Kenzaki and my ZF250, they are a lot more heavier. They might only be 50 or 100 grams, but they are heavier. The rod bags are absolutely brilliant. They're canvas. They'll last a lifetime, them rod bags. They've got to be one of the best rod bags out there. Very tentative bites, very tentative. That's gentle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to get all my rods out of the rod bags, and I'm going to weigh each rod on my scales so that you get an idea of what the weights are. Do I bring it in and check it? There's a pull down on that and a tug. I'm gonna have to do it into. I'm going to walk down there, but I don't need to. I'm right on top of it. Bloody hell. What was that? That was heavy. Have I got a fish sat on top of this? Please tell me it's not weed. There's something on this. I couldn't move that then. Do what I need. I've got a fish. I've got a fish. Knew it was a bite. And it's a ray. got ourselves a ray. Let me get that unhooked, and I shall. Well, it didn't ring him then. Let's get him unhooked, and I'll bring you back for the show. One form back ray. See you in a minute. Right, we have got the fish unhooked. Weren't too bad. One form back ray. We got the hooks out. He'd swallowed it down a bit, but they come out quite easy. So as you can see, absolutely fantastic. So let's get this back. Just check it's recording. Yeah. Bloody hell, I've been on for 32, no, 2 minutes. 32 minutes. Well, one form back ray. He did swallow the hooks down, but I got both of them out, one at a time. Tiny bit of blood come out in the bucket, but I know that that'll clot, and he's swum off. I chucked him just on the next wave that came in, so he was over it, and he swam off and disappeared. I'll keep my eye on this beach, but he is not there, because I've never had a problem with a ray going back. But there, one flat shark, one form back ray, not bad. First cast as well, well, second cast, but we caught early in the video, haven't we? And as I was saying about flip-flops, yeah, the reason I don't like them is because when you go in the water, your feet get wet and nice, but you get sand all in your toes, don't you? Whereas with boots, I can go in the water, and as long as they don't go over the top of the boots, which it has done in the past, my feet cool down if you stand in the water long enough, and you don't get no sand between toes. So there's a tip for you: wear your wellies, never use and don't like a pair of flip-flops. See you in a bit. Absolutely cracking day. I've still got a rod tip up there. I'm going to bait that up with another squid and get it chucked out. I've never caught a ray. And that's the other thing I wanted to just say. That last ray I caught on the Lincolnshire coast in a video, few videos back, was my first ever ray I've ever caught on this coast. And that's what the personal best was, because I'd never done it before. I was always told you had to cast out miles and miles and miles 20 odd years ago when I was there fishing, and you probably did back then, but that was probably what, 80 yards out, 80 meters out, caught it. So I'm going to put another full squid on and let's see if we can get another one, and then I'm going to sort another rig out, pulley rig, and get that baited up, so I alternate a pulley and a flapper. Caught now. It'd be nice to catch a small sole or something like that, but we're here for hounds really. Well, we're fair for anything. I don't fish for a species. I'm just grateful for what God gives me out of that water. See you in a bit. Right. Get this started out. Squid bait on this again. It's a total different animal casting on sand that's fluffy and soft than casting on firm, low water, wet sand. So next time I'm going to go further down there, just down there, and cast down there. I'm too tight to everything here. I haven't got my setup right yet, but it's out there, and I've probably gone over that line. Bloody cotwomble, eh? We better pull this other rod in quick in case anything moves, and let's hope, of all hopes, that nothing goes wrong. No ray on the beach, so it's gone. There's still bait on it, but let's get a different rig on. The weight's attacking you, look. Right, I'm gonna get this baited up and I'll bring you back for the chuck out, and I shall go further to the right and I'm gonna launch it out. I might even put a 5-ounce weight on it and put a smaller bait on for a smaller fish. I'm gonna put a crab on, in fact. That's what I'm gonna do. Got a crab, bit of sliver of squid, stick that on. See you in a minute. I have casted that out. Reel's lovely. Well, the reel's beautiful, really. Oh dear. Let's get this sorted. There you have it. I'm gonna have to change the battery in this camera. That fish has made me a lot happier. I was depressed when I come on this beach. I tried to hide it. Not depressed, just totally demoralised is what I am. I guess there's many more people demoralised in the country as well. Right, I'm going to change this battery. I'm not demoralised now much, but if I had enough money, I would have put my house up for sale now and I'd be moving. America looks good. Shall see you in the next instalment, which will be a blink of an eye for you, but for me, demoralised Vern will be in a bit. I'm going to put this flapper rig away. Oh, this is when this I bent this hook. You see? Can you see that? I've straightened it a bit. Can you see that? Bent there. That's from taking the hook out with the pliers. This is a Sakuma Manta. Fantastic hooks, really sharp. Really good hooks, I reckon, for rock marks, because you might actually be able to pull it out and bend it, because they are very, very bendy if you've got strong line on. So, yeah. I'm gonna put this one away and get another rig out, get it baited up, ready, and I'm gonna put that flapper rig away as well and get a smaller one. They've got really long snoods on. I want shorter snoods and smaller hooks. So we've got squid out on a pulley rig and we've got a squid and crab out on a pulley rig. When I said demoralised, I'm demoralised. I've got a flapper rig here. Small hooks, and I've tied them on a loop to see what happens. But yeah, when I say demoralised, I ain't depressed, as in depressed. Do you know what I mean? Because when you're depressed, you don't know you're depressed until you come out of it. Those that talk about it so much, they must have come out of it. I mean, when I was depressed, I didn't have a clue. I was just an absolute git to live with, according to my wife, which I would understand. And you don't realise until you come out the other side, but that was because my mum died. And obviously the wife knew about that, obviously understood. And one day I just was down the allotment and I just thought, I think I'm depressed. I think I've been depressed. I went and saw a doctor and he said, just keep doing what you're doing with the allotment. That's why I did the allotment, you see, because it was a good release for me to get over my mum, really, take my mind off things. And because you can't talk about that to anybody, how you feel with someone's death. People say all the right things and that, and are pleasant and stuff, but it's a waste of time sometimes. You only listen to people when you've had a death of someone you're really close to. You only listen to people rarely when you want to talk about it. And then the wife was always there, ready to talk to me. So yeah, so I was a twat. What I'm saying is I'm demoralised because I like to talk, and at this moment in time, and probably for the future, for the next 5 years, that's been taken away. You can't talk about anything. And that'll lead to more problems in the world for people. But for me, that's really sort of like, it's rubbish, it's shit, it's crap. You should be able to talk, but you can't, because newsreaders, GB News, Talk TV, they're all watching what they say. So it has to be a happy, happy day. But I'm sure I'll get over it. But I just wanted to tell you that because that's how I feel. I feel demoralised. And I feel as though my life's being taken away from me. And I feel as though this is nothing that I've ever experienced or ever known in the 56 years I've been on this planet. Shit. No more bites on them rods. But we're out there, squid on one, crab and squid on the other. I'll get this flapper rig baited up, change this battery, and I'll see you in a jovial minute. Because I have caught a fish, and it was early in the session. And I saw the bite. Well, I've just realised that I've told you about the ray being, that ray in the few videos ago was my first ever out of Lincolnshire coast, and that's now my second. But that is the first good, they're all good fish, but it's a proper fish, isn't it? You know, it's the first proper fish I've had at Sandilands. I've always caught dabs, I've caught flounder in the past, I have caught a dogfish, which that's a man's fish as well, but I've now caught a proper ray. Not huge, but it's the biggest ray I've caught this year, I think. That'll probably be the one and only. One and only. Who remembers that? See, that's how you sing, Brett. Proper. Don't forget, check out Brett's fishing diaries. He's not a bad old boy. His farts stink, but he's a good lad. He is a good lad. He don't catch as much as me, though. I think we're going to have an add up. But he does cook a mean burger. But they aren't as good as mine either. He makes out he's a burger connoisseur, mate, but, you know, mate. But, you know, there's only one burger man there, and that's me. He'll be there. Anyhow, I'm looking forward to him making his own burgers. I hope he videos it. I've asked him to, but I hope he videos it and tags it in, or do a short little video. Be all right. Because then I can copy it, can't I? And then my life will be better. I'll have learnt something. My life will be better. Saw that bite ever so well on them rods because they're glass tips. It's an absolutely glorious day. There's no wind at all. I thought it was going to be 20-mile-an-hour winds, but no wind. Sun's out. It's a clear blue sky. I'm getting sunburnt because I'm ginger. Got my water. My old bottles. This is a new bottle. My old bottles were all getting really soft, and the lid had all started breaking and cracking. And the wife threw them out. I was like, what have you done? She said, I'll get you some more. So she bought me 4 in a pack of 4. So I have 2 of these in my driver's door so I can drink water while I'm driving. And now I've got 2 in the garage instead of 1. And what happens is, when I'm going fishing, I'm getting my bag ready, I fill these up with fresh water out of the tap, because this is tap water now. I've drunk the bloody Evian, don't think much to it at all. I prefer tap water. I was brought up on tap water, and I'm a tap water sort of guy. So yeah, tap water it is, and I have 2 in the garage, and then I put them from the garage into my fishing bag to put into my basket. So I've now got 2 bottles of water. I've cut some strips of squid. I've got a flabber rig there which I tied with circle hooks on, small circle hooks, and I just wanted to try it, so I'm gonna put the squid on and give that a go. And I've tied it with like a loop thing that I was told to tie, so the hook works. So the hook moves about. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna chuck it out. That'll be the next cast out, and then I'll bait up the pulley rig, and that'll have crab on. As I sit here on this beach fishing these 2 rods, it could be any decade that has gone by. Apart from the gear being more modern and stuff, but sitting here on this beach, it's just like, it could be any time. It could be the 1970s, it could be the 80s, couldn't it? It could be the 90s. 2000s weren't bad. Got David Hasselhoff walking down here. They're certainly having a nice walk, sun on them. They're obviously go brown. I don't, I just burn up like a tomato because I'm ginger. But yeah, it could be any time in the world, and that's what's good about fishing. You don't just stop thinking about all your worries eventually in the world and just enjoy yourself and take in the surroundings. It could be any time in the past, in the world, right now as I sit here on this beach. See you in a bit. That couple that are walking down there, I've just had a chat with them. They walked from Sutton-on-Sea down to Hut-off, get ice cream and that, and then walk back. And I just said as he's walking up, I thought, I'll risk it, he's bigger than me. I said, I've just turned the camera off, mate, because I don't want it to be pornographic. I don't want any of that. And he just started laughing. I said, I don't want it to be pornographic with that chest out, mate. He started laughing. But yeah, they're enjoying themselves. There's been a few people walking down on the promenade, you know. Sorry I can't talk about things that I normally talk about. It is crazy. Does anybody watch, I think he's called By the Curb. He lives in a van. He's got a lock-up where he stores his stuff, but he lives in a van. He's got a girlfriend, she's got blonde hair. They're from Yorkshire. They go around everywhere, and he's just been over to, I don't know, Benidorm, somewhere like that. But he's had some of his videos demonetised just because he said certain words. And the words that he said are ridiculous. You know. I mean, that water was dirty. I've changed the water in that bucket now. I'm getting there. I've changed that water in that bucket from when I unhooked the ray and put the ray in to get a breather. Ray's gone, everything's great. And I've changed that water and put fresh water in. But obviously when I chucked the old water out, it was red. So if you take that word of what that red water was and put a Y on the end, he's saying that he got demonetised for saying that word. I'm going to go on his Facebook page because he said he's got a list and he's quite happy to give that list to anybody, any creators on YouTube. I saw another list on Dominic Frisby. Go watch Dominic Frisby. He sings a song with all these words in that you shouldn't say. It must be demonetised or whatever, but that is hilarious. Well, Dominic Frisby, some of his songs are good, really good. Yeah, go check him out. But yeah, go watch By the Curb. I think it's By the Curb. They're a lovely couple. He just goes around seaside resorts, have a walk around, has something to eat, gives his opinion, and that's it. These rods ain't doing much now, you know. It'll probably be this session, that first fish, and that'll be it. Oh, Sean King, the Sean King channel, it's just called Sean King, or Vlogging a Dead Horse. He's up in Scotland at the minute. He's having a right old time. What a character he is. He's from Norwich. Right, put this flapper away. This left-hand rod has got to come in next. So yeah, I do apologise. But I'm not prepared to say anything to lose me channel. The channel was done initially. It's grown since then, but it was done initially, so my kids had something to look back at, you know. I don't think they ever will, to be honest. I don't think they ever will. Thought I heard my clicker then, but yeah, it's become a bit more than that. For a long time it's been more than that now. I think there's a bloke down there fishing, I'm not sure. I can't see no rods or anything, but he's just stood there. I've picked the right spot here. Make sure when you walk onto this beach in the centre bit where the outfall pipe is, go left. Do not come right, there's nothing there. I'm not here, I'm to the left of the pipe. Believe you me, it's all an optical illusion. Yeah, but can you not see how beautiful it is here today? It's absolutely cracking, isn't it? Absolutely cracking. Yeah, the channel's come bigger now, and last month I actually covered all my fishing for the month, and that's what I've always wanted until petrol prices go up, and by God, when they go up, I'm gonna bloody moan. But it's the first month, last month, that I actually was able to cover my fishing, as in diesel, wear and tear on the van, bait. The last video, which was at 6 marshes where I catch the hound and the dogfish, that ain't done so well. It's doing all right. I'm over 2,000 views, but I'm just a few hundred down. But I just guess people are on holiday. Will my channel ever get any bigger? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, will it or won't it? It would be nice if it did. No, I'm just setting this up. Sorry about this. Warts and all on this channel. There's no setting the shot up and then editing it with me. Just want to make sure I'm in it and you see the rods. Yeah, it'd be nice if the channel growed. I always said if it got going where I could afford to go fishing and that all the time. By the time I'm 60, I'd be really happy. Let's hope it does, eh? It'd be nice to. I'm going to get to the point where all I can do is fish, and I won't be able to work, I don't think. People don't realise that as you get older, you get slower and things get harder, and working in a manual job is sometimes, if you can, you've got fantastic DNA and genes. But yeah, let's do an update on the channel. I'm really chuffed I come here. I nearly went, I'll tell you about, oh shit. I've got no signal. That's another video where I ain't able to do an update. I'll tell you what I am on. I'm on 2,204 subscribers. It has shot up in the last couple of weeks. I'm very chuffed with that. Thank you very much to everyone that subscribed, and to all my members have grown as well. I do appreciate it. Life is busy, and putting one video out a week is, even that is a big thing to do. There's a lot of work involved. I've got to come out and fish, which I enjoy, otherwise it wouldn't be pleasant at all, having to do something because you have to do it. So I'm lucky like that. Tom enjoys editing, so I'm lucky, dead lucky there. So thank you, Tom, for editing all the videos. As soon as I get to edit, I'll be able to stick other videos up during the week as well, you see. That's the main thing. Can't believe I had that bite straight away. Saw the bite as well, and I kid you not, when I was first initially pulled that in, I couldn't move that. I thought, I'm snagged. That's how much that fish was gripping. But yeah, if you like it, hit that subscribe button and drop us a comment, leave a thumbs up. If you don't like it and you're still watching this now while I'm talking, thanks for the view, mate. Can't say it. I think there is a bloke down there fishing. He's doing something anyhow. Right, I'm going to bring you back when that rod moves, and I don't know when that's going to be, but it might be soon, it might be later, but I'm going to sit here now and watch it. I'm trying to get these videos down. I'll keep an eye on my phone. Once I get a signal, I'll give you a shout. Absolutely beautiful day. Another dog walker woman walked past. Gone down there. I am in a good position, and I have caught best ever fish at this mark, so I'm chuffed about that. It has gone quiet. I am hoping that it picks up again. I'm now going to reel this left hand rod in and put the flapper rig on, cast that out, and think a bit more about my casting. 4 canoeists have just gone past, but they kept out past the outfall pipe, so they were way out. But yeah, get people walking up on the promenade path, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, what's all that about? Absolutely beautiful day. It's a nice day to come here and forget about everything. It's a nice day to come here fishing to forget about the restrictions. I'll keep watching these. I'm going to reel that in a minute. You'll see me reel it in. And then I shall bait up my flapper rig. Shall see you in a bit. Feels heavy, but I reckon it's the wires dug in the sand. As I said, it's the wires. Bait's not touched. Well, correction. Look at that, that's a bit weird, isn't it? And I bait elastic that down. Summit's grabbed that. It's got a rip in the bait there. And I went either side of that eye with bait elastic. Never mind. Let's get the flapper rig baited up and put that on, and then we'll put a crab and squid bait on there, and it will be smallish. Right, here goes. We've baited that up. Quite a nice little bait up that. Quite chuffed. We're just going to chuck this short. I want to do a proper cast, but we'll chuck this short. We'll do it off the ground. That weren't short, was it? Oh, never mind. Right, well, that's both rods out. I'm gonna make up a crab bait now, frozen crab. and that'll be the next chuck out. So yeah, so we catch something, eh? It's a beautiful day. I'm chuffed that I've caught a ray. It's quite a relaxed day. But there, we're not allowed to say anything, are we? What a place. I said in about 4 or 5 videos ago, I talked about freedom of speech was going, and for whatever reasons it's gone. It'll keep going, it'll get restricted more. Next thing will be fuel prices will go up, no doubt. Your gas will go up, your coal will go up, oil will go up, diesel will go up, and it'll cost. And it's getting harder to live. If you go to the supermarkets, the wife came out the other day with a shopping trolley and she said that was £54, and I looked at the trolley and I said, for God's sake. I mean, with my eating habits changing, we don't buy any crap now, really don't, and it still costs a fortune to eat. Right, so the left-hand rod is the next rod to reel in. Yeah, it costs a fortune to live, doesn't it? I'll probably talk about that later on. But let's just hope fuel prices don't go up, because take away your freedom of speech, they'll take away travel, which I've gone on about since time began. They're gonna do away with traveling, so I ain't gonna be able to come to, and the reason I'm talking about this is because I ain't gonna be able to come to a beautiful place like this and spend a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it is. Just won't be able to do it, will I? And you'll be able to look back at this video just to see whether I'm right or wrong. Is it just worry? There's not much to look forward to, is there? Like I say, I'm demoralised. I'm demoralised. Absolutely demoralised. But while I'm here on this beach, I'm making the most of it. I'm keeping it at the back. Keeping it at the back. I ain't done a good cast today yet. I ain't used to this soft sand. I'm getting used to fishing low water. Next cast, gonna give it a whirl. I'm concentrating then. I haven't concentrated on any of my casts. And I sat on my box about 10 minutes ago and thought, why aren't you doing that, Vernon? You know what you got to look for. It's because I ain't interested. I'm not interested in casting. As long as it goes out far enough, I'm happy. I'm not interested in catching fish, but if I catch a fish, I'm happy as Larry. It would be nice to have at least one more. I keep having videos. If I don't blank, which I haven't had too many, I either catch 1 or 2. I've had that one where I had 4 dogfish and a ray. That was a good session. Wouldn't it be nice if you could have more of them though? I'm gonna get another bait ready. It's crab, bit of squid. I'll see you in a minute. How many times do you have a session where you catch at the beginning, and you think to yourself, oh Christ, it's gonna be a corker, it's gonna be a corker. And that was it. Well, it is for now. Time is 11:15. So it is now high water. So we'll go with a slack a bit and then we're on the ebb, aren't we? And I ain't moving from this spot. So that's a good thing. It's going to be a short session, hopefully. Look at this old boy here, look. Look at him. Hello, buddy. Oi. Come on. He's been naughty. He shouldn't, he's got told off. He's a bit like Bullseye out of Oliver Twist. He's throwing pebbles in the water. All that dog wants is a ball. He went to pick up a stone and the dog got right excited. And he ain't got a ball. How's the cat? Update on the cat. He's outside now. We put him out at night time. I'd had enough of him the other night. So I stuck him out, and when I got up in the morning at 6, half 6, 7, he was on the table in the back garden looking into the utility room. So I made myself a coffee and went and sat in the front room, left him there. Opened the door, he come in, meowing, fed him, fed the others. He's doing all right. We had to treat him again for fleas because we brush him all the time, and we found 2 on him. So they got brushed off, put in water, flushed down the toilet, and checked him all and give him some more tablets. And they'd do another, I think in 5-7 days, they'd do another spot on the back of the neck. So eventually we'll get on top of it. He's putting weight on. He's putting weight on. He's got a big fat belly when he eats all his food. He don't stop eating. We've just got to stop him crapping on our grass. And we have to keep the shower door shut and all. So if he goes in the kitchen, we have to rush in the kitchen, boot him out now. Because he used to take a trip into the shower, the cheeky git. Why he don't use the tray, I don't know. He wheezes in the tray. If there's anyone out there got any ideas apart from shoot him or find him another room, which ain't gonna happen, he wheezes in the tray, but he don't crap in it. So we have to go outside on the grass and get rid of it. All our other cats go in the soil somewhere, dig a hole and bury it. We have to get bloody donut cat. I can't even say the word I wanted to say then. Talk about cantankerous. He is that to a letter. But he's alive, he's doing well. He stopped hissing at the other cats, and the other cats didn't even beat him up. It's the first cat I've ever known where I brought it in with other cats that were in a house that was their house, and they didn't even clobbered him. Normally, the other cat gets beaten up to anything. But the time he will get hit was when we feed them and they're hungry and they then get moody. And all the cats whack each other then. Get out of the way, I want my food. But yeah, cat's doing fine. My diet, update on my diet. I weigh 85.6 kilograms. That was last week. I weighed myself middle of the week, Tuesday I think it was. 85.6 kilos, so it's going down. I think the time before I weighed myself, it'll be in my videos, I was 86.7 I think. And then it went down a bit more. Some weeks it don't move. But I jumped on the scales, 85.6. So it's a slow old process. But if I can lose 5 kilo, you won't be able to tell. But I might start feeling a bit better. As long as I can fit in my t-shirts, that's all I want to do. Bought t-shirts and can't fit in them, and they don't make a neck size up, and the size that they are is bloody ridiculous. It's Chinese size, so it don't fit. So see you in a bit. Right, that last rod I chucked out, it hasn't been out 2 minutes. I'm going to bring that in now, and I'll tell you for why. I'm going to bring that in now because I've just seen a fish jump down there at the close in, so I'm going to bring that flapper in and I'm going to chuck it out short. Is that filming? This is the wrong rod, isn't it? I brought the right rod in. Mine shot. Let's get some more bait on this, eh? We shall give it a good go. Right, so I've now got one out where I wanted it, out short. We've got a fire down there, smoke going up in the sky. Black smoke as well, so let's hope everyone's alright. Well, I'm chuffed I've done that. I did see, just down here, just down there, I saw a splash that wasn't a splash from the tide, from the swell. It was like a spray, but it was going along the beach. So whether there was a bass that was under the water and it managed to flick water up, I don't know, but I just caught it, I saw it. So I've reeled that in. I'm pleased I reeled the right rod in. And yeah, we go out short. So I put 2 squid head on that. The squid was still on, so I pushed that up the line over the eye and put the squid heads on and turned it 90 degrees and went through the body of it as well, through its mouth. And they didn't come off. So they're out short. The other one, I'm going to bring that in shortly. I'm going to sit down and have some more water. And then, a matter of fact, there's no one about. So I'm going to go have a wee. There's a bloke in a wheelchair, but he's a bloke, I'm a bloke. We're all got a wee, haven't we? So I'm going to have a quick wee, and then I'm going to get my water out. And then we'll look at bringing that rod in. But what a glorious day. All the people, you can see the smoke over there. There's quite a lot of people down there. There is beach huts down there, but they're further down. But there's quite a few people that, well, I don't know, it's a bit of an optical illusion. There's some people just here at the top of the outfall pipe of the drain. But yeah, I'm pleased I didn't fish down there anyhow. And I didn't have to pay for parking either. See you in a bit. Right, let's get this reeled in. I wonder how many people actually say, oh, I've got a fish, I've got a fish, I've got a fish. Oh, it's gone. And all it is your grip leads in the sand. You all right?
Yeah.
Not very talkative then. There's been plenty that have been though. I've had quite a few good chats today. Right, let's see if we can't get this casted out pretty well. I've got some people coming, I might have to wait. That's the best one yet. Went straight, went out. They were there. I didn't know whether they were watching. I was a bit conscious. Let's just put it like that. But yeah, that's out there. Still getting used to them magnets on their thing. I don't know how far I can turn them out, so I'm out 2 turns at the minute. Probably could be out further than that if I wanted to, but that's what I am at the minute. That went straight. My right foot slipped because my toes dug into the bloody welly. It is what it is. I'm on soft sand, aren't I? When I was setting up, my hip hurt, so I had to just sort of like take a breath. But yeah, I wanted to get my hand, as soon as I see my left hand, I want to be yanking it down. And that was a bit of a grunge, actually, that one. I need to get it all set down and just think what I need to think. But I'm having a great day. It'd been nice to have another fish. But this is a mark for me that's a bit hit and miss, let's just say. It's a little bit hit and miss. So, thing about that is, you don't believe it, do you? They've walked miles past me. Isn't that nice? They've walked miles past me and they've set up. They obviously want a bit of seclusion on a beach themselves. And he's taking the dog in the water. That was the couple that just walked past. I was thinking to myself, why are they walking the dog on the hot sand? Dog's swimming in the sea now. It's going to get busier as the day goes on. It might even get busier up there. But all I've got walking past me at the minute is dog walkers and people going for a stroll. And the people that have set up on a towel down there, they must be 120 yards away, if not further, 150 yards away. Which is fantastic, isn't it? When you get people like that. It's absolutely glorious here today. I am soaking this up. It is making me happier, even though I'm disillusioned with life. But yeah, it'd be nice if I brought some more fish for you, but it is what it is, isn't it? How do you think it feels for me on this beach, not catching? But yeah, my feet are getting hot, so I'm gonna have to go in the water and just stand in the water, let them cool down. I am gonna fish until, well, it's 10:15, 11:15, 12:15. No, 12:15, 1:15. Probably 1 o'clock I shall fish till. By then I think that'll be down at the bottom again. It's not massively deep out there because it's only a 5.99 metre tide. If it was a 6.3, 6.4, it would be up there a bit more. It's always best to fish this coast on a 6 metre tide above, I've been told. How true that is I don't know, but I have been here down that side, and on a 6 metre tide there's like, it's like not very deep at all, so you do need to have some tide up this end. But I'm loving this. I am on my own virtually. People are very considerate today. Now, if I was using fresh bait, that might be different, but I can't get it. Yeah, the only bait you can get is at weekends. People only get bait for weekends. They don't have any bait during the week. You know, it is what it is. Oh, you can see them rod tips, I'm sure you can. So I'm gonna think today on this beach, it's 1981. That's what I'm gonna say. 1981. That's what I reckon. Could be any year really, because nobody affects you here. I'm on this beach. As long as there's no one around me, it doesn't affect me. I can write what I want in the sand. I can say what I want off camera. That's a bloody glorious day. As we are at the minute, Verns sea fishing is going strong. I am still putting a video out every week, but all depends what happens with bills and fuel and diesel and electric and gas. All depends on how my channel carries on. If it gets to the point where things and life, we're living towards the end of the month where we're at the bottom of the purse, then I'm gonna have to reduce my videos, I don't know, down to whatever. But if that happens, and if that does happen, then obviously I'll let you know well in advance, and I'll then decide what I'm doing. So I'll tell you, it'll always be a Wednesday at 7 o'clock, because that's Verns Day, and I will carry on doing it for as long as I can. But if prices go up and the economy is crap and we run it and money gets tight, then obviously fishing's gonna have to take a back seat, which is a shame really, because unless I keep making enough money for me to go fishing, that's the only other way. If it don't, things are gonna have to change, aren't they? Because that's life. You have to cut your cloth. I wish these bloody rod tips would move more. But at this moment in time, Wednesday 7 PM is Verns Day. There's a video go up. I'm really looking forward to editing this bloody video I've done on fitting a monomag on that rocket reel, and I might do some more videos like that. I might even buy another reel to do modifications to and stuff, because all the reels I've got at home, they are what they are. I don't need to touch or do anything to them, so I do not need any more reels. But to make a video, if I can buy a reel to make a video and I make a video out of it, that would be alright, wouldn't it? And then I could probably sell it, couldn't I? Still haven't had a drink of water yet. I was late in taking my tablet. As a matter of fact, I can't remember when I took my tablets. Let's say 11 o'clock. So I can take 2 more at 3 o'clock. Well, I'm sorry about this inaction of the rods, but it's a glorious day for me to chat to you lot in YouTube land whilst I sit on this lovely sunny beach. I wish the wife was there though. I've actually thought today it'd be nice if the wife was there, but you won't get her up in the morning at 4 o'clock. No chance. But we're on holiday soon, so she'll be with me then for a couple of sessions. That always must be getting round to that time of where I normally fish with her, and it's a bit of good company in it. I thought them flapper rigs would have been kicking off by now. I'm going to cut some squid, fillet of squid, and I'm going to get a crab, cut it in half, bind it on, make 2 little baits up of squid and crab and put it on the flapper rig. I'm going to go do that now. I've talked to you enough. This video's going to be long again, isn't it? Because I just rattle on. I'm ever so sorry. My videos, I think my channel would grow a lot quicker if I did videos about 45 minutes long, because most people watch 33 minutes. and it would help the algorithm, because the length of the video to the time people watch, it doesn't do my algorithms any good. But I am a bit renowned for a long video, because it's like every video. But I remember the days when I used to do a short one, about an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? I'm going to turn you off now because I am rattling on. See you in a bit. Right, let's get going. Right, now I've made up some squid and crab for a flapper rig. That's how crazy we are. Let's take this off. Like this thing. That's better. That's how I should have put it on. Let's get this out. I can just, yep. Thread it down. Because then I get more of the hook point showing like that. There you have it. So I'll show you them baits, because I'm quite proud of them. Let me just wash my hands. So there you are, you can see that, can't you? So that's a it's got a loop on the top with a circle hook. It's only small, and that's squid and crab, and this one's the same. Plenty of hook points showing, and I'm going to chuck that out relatively not far away. Move it back down, get more of the shot in. Beautiful blue sky, isn't it? Look, that has gone a bit higher. Happy with that. Happy with that. set the drag. Ooh. Unwind that in a bit. Set. So we've now got crab on there. So we've got I've got a crab bait and squid out there. I've got squid and crab on the hooker, flapper, hooker. Oh, wouldn't that be nice to see that down there? No chance of that. Need a shed full of them. All joking aside, God's sake. Yeah. So I'm with the squid and crab at the minute. So I'm going to make another one up onto this pulley pennel rig for the next cast out. Time is 11:45, so it's an hour after high, and the water is receding. And I will fish it until it's at the bottom, and then it'll be well, it'll be see you later. Go to the van. I might even boil a kettle up and have a coffee. It all depends if I've got some coffee with, you know, that whitener in. But we're out there fishing. Sorry there ain't many fish. I don't know why I'm saying that, because I ain't bothered. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? And I come here putting the effort in to try and catch a fish, because you don't come fishing just to go fishing, do you? And if you're lucky enough to catch a fish, you get to see it, don't you? But you've already seen it. But that is my best fish off this beach. So that's a personal best, isn't it? I'll see you in a bit. Right, let's get this reeled in. You can tell the tide is going out. The waves are getting close and very close together because it's shallow. Well, that's been picked at. A little bit of bait on the top one, the bottom one's been picked at, and there's a tiny bit on the bottom hook, like a morsel. So perhaps the crabs have moved in. If there was a small fish out there taking it, they should have actually hooked that, because they're small hooks. But yeah, that's that rod put away. I'm going to put that away now. Put it all in the bag and everything, and then I'll bring you back for the last reeling. It is 10-1. Tide's going down. Like I say, I don't want it to get right shallow and I've chucked a fish and it's got to do all this, because it's not good for it. You always got to think about returning the fish in my book. And if I know I can walk out, but I've come to fish high water, I do not want to follow the tide out, because I'm walking out with it and it's hard work, and I ain't come here for that today. And I'm also probably 3 years too old for it. So I'll bring you back when I reel this rod in, and yeah, we'll be close to the end. I'm hoping this is a short one, but the amount I rattled on, I don't think it is. I'll see you in a bit. Right, let's get this reeled in. Probably 5 or 10 minutes early, but there's a little bit of clay coming off my line, and it's messed all my rod and rig thing up. But the last time I came and fished at Six Marshes, there was that much clay. I had to clean my rods twice. It was unbelievable, because it was all that May rock. These reels are absolutely smooth as anything. Well, the bait is still on. The bait's still on. Let me just quickly show you this bait. I don't know how long this video is, but it is what it is. There you have it. Hook point showing. Someone would have gnashed onto that and got caught, wouldn't it? But it weren't to be. But here we are. This is at the top end of Sandilands. Tide is going out. I could keep fishing, but that's going to go out soon. Then I'll have to follow it out. And it's all the way down. The beach is busy. Everyone's having fun. As you can see down there now, the outfall pipe, look. The water has gone and there's sand showing. So it's not going to be long before it's here. And I reckon on the curve of that beach there, where it goes round, I reckon that might be a good place. But we fished here today, and to be honest, I've caught my best fish at this mark. It does vary between probably 700-800 meters from where I fish, but today I've caught the best fish I've ever caught on this beach at Sandilands. So I'm happy with that. It's a shame it was at the beginning, but that's just sod's law, isn't it? But I'm happy with that. I've then reflected throughout the rest of the video and bombarded you with my reflections as well. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do and you're still watching, thank you very much. Leave us a comment. Consider subscribing if you haven't. It's all free. You might need a Google account, but that's free as well. You just set it up and then you can join Verns Fishing and listen to me rattle on. We've had the M Sport Elite Powers out today with the rockets with the aluminium frames. Absolutely lovely, smooth, reeling in reel. Beautiful they are on this mark. And these beaches along here, cast lovely. They just need someone that can cast it. But it's quite tranquil really, isn't it? And I'm quite calm now. Still disillusioned. Still can't work it out. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've held it together, I think, but then I can't say anything, so I have to hold it together. And yeah, join me on the next one. It will probably be on the Holderness coast. And there's nothing more else to say, is there? You're gonna have to cut that bit out, Tom. I was then looking down there at that down there. So what I'm gonna say is see you later, alligator. But what I'm really going to say is I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully will be on the Holderness coast. So thanks for watching this. Hope you've enjoyed this sun and this weather and the sea along with me today. I'll see you anon. Because it's small. I don't want something sticking out here like a willy.